Guide to a Revolution. Right, so the first step is to acknowledge what you want to change. The colonists were tired of the whole no taxation without representation. They didn't like how England was treating them, and they wanted to change that. The second step is to gain support. Nothing will ever get done without support, and the French didn't like that there was no equality because the monarchs and the rich were getting away with a lot of things while they still had to pay taxes and everything. And then the rebellion started. During the American Revolution, colonists started gaining support. It started in New England because the soldiers were treating the people unfairly. The third step is to educate yourself and others. For both the French and American Revolution, um, the people started to learn more about the ideas of enlightenment, so that encouraged them to change something. They wanted to have equal rights and they didn't want people to control them. The fourth step is to choose a leader. Choosing a leader is very important because you want someone who will support everything and who will encourage everyone to actually do something and fight. And George Washington was the leader during the American Revolution, and Napoleon was the one during the French Revolution. The fifth step is to prepare to fight. In each revolution, the people had to prepare to fight. At some point, they assembled men who are willing to fight for their rights, and like the American Revolution, they used the Minutemen and to fight the British, and then they trained everybody else, and they wanted to get more men, better forces, and they needed to develop strategies to beat the British. The sixth step is to declare the revolution. Declaring the revolution is important because you want the country to know that, well, in the American case, you want the country to know that why you're leaving and why you're not happy. And it's important because you don't want to just start a fight without anyone knowing what's really going on. The seventh step is to actually fight, and in the revolutions, many battles were fought. The French had the rebellions, and the Americans had their huge battles with England. England had more advanced weapons, and the colonists had their own strategies. And in the end, the colonists ended up winning, obviously. The eighth step is to write a law or constitution, because you want to put in concrete thought everything that happened, and you're making a change. And the French Revolution, they made their own. On August 4th, the Assembly adopted a Declaration of the Rights of Men and of the Citizen, and the American colonies got their constitution. The ninth step is to rebuild. To rebuild everything that happened, like rebuilding all the towns, everything that was lost. And in Americans' case, you also had to rebuild the whole country. And the 10th and final step is to repeat if you don't like the outcome. The French had been changing their whole structure over and over again until they got at somewhere they liked. And then here are my sources, as best as I could put them in MLA.